Are y'all about ready to do this? Well, let's go. Good evening and welcome into another edition of the Replay where we try to make your day. I'm your host, Jabril Rashad, and coming to the stage, I'm bringing none other than my guys. You know, the first one by Action Jackson, Tim Jackson. Good evening to you, my brother, as well as my guy, Daryl Alexander the Great, another one of my favorite people, favorite hitters. Guys, what it do this evening?
Blessed and grateful, my brother, and happy Memorial Day to all those who are mourning family and friends or whoever it may be.
Right.
We got our prayers out for you.
No doubt, no doubt. So, guys, we got a lot of things to unpack this evening, but before we do any of that, I want to make sure you guys know how to hit that subscribe, like, and share button, as well as that notification button, as my guy, D.A. Daryl Alexander, like to always say. Guys, we got a lot of things we need to get into. We're going to delve into that, starting with none other than, y'all know how we got to get on with these Dallas Mavericks, because y'all see I'm representing. I got to represent the Dallas Mavericks. So we're going to start up with our guy, man, your favorite player of all time, D.A., Luka Doncic, man. Let's get into it. As we started out, the Dallas Mavericks, man, they take game 3. And we're going to go into the third quarter, man. They take game 3 the other night. It was a tight game, and used that thunderous dunk by the young man, Ant-Man. I thought at this particular moment, guys, they probably going to go on a run, man, and, you know, probably had Dallas, man, in a chokehold. But Dallas stayed paused. So what was y'all take on it? I'll come to you first on that, D.A.
Jabril, I was never worried, man. I just never thought the Wolves would win that game. No matter what Ant-Man did for his little 2-3 minutes of shine, I just never thought that they ain't got the firepower. Their offense is just so unorganized or disorganized, meaning it was maybe once organized. But Karl Anthony Towns, 3 for 32 and from the 3 over the series. I was never in doubt, man. I knew with that Mavericks crowd that they were gonna show up when it counted, and I was never worried, but to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think I text this back to you, man. I was a little bit nervous, man, especially when I got young player Derek Lively went down, man, with the back of the neck head injury.
Oh yeah,
you probably see that nasty
that was nasty
to the back of the head, man. But I was certainly I can't even lie to you. I felt a little uneasy. But Tim, what was your take on it?
I can understand when you got Josh Powell replacing the young man. So that will make you a little nervous because Powell had his time, but he seemed to lost his way a little bit. You know, he don't even do the alley-oops right no more. So he actually taught them how to do the alley-oop, how to be in place. But the last games he's played, he hasn't done it well. But let's get off of him because he's still going to be a minor role.
No, let's stay on him for a second because I'm glad you brought that up. No, I'm serious because to what your point is perfect. He used to be a hustler. I mean, you can count on him hustling and playing in the pick and roll. He was good at that. Now, I'm telling you, I don't know what he brings to the table. I really don't. I don't know what type of information he might have on. Well, you could say Mark Cuban at one time, but hell, he done sold the team. I don't know what information he have. But to me, Tim, I mean, you spot on. He does nothing to move the needle with me. But continue.
Yeah, he doesn't jump as high as he used to either. I think after he hurt his knee and had that injury, he lost a little of his bounce. So he don't have the same bounce he had before. In some kind of way, he doesn't know where to be. Maybe it's because he's rusty. He'll figure it out, because he has to play a little bit in the next coming games because our boy won't be able to play. He's going to be out this next game more than likely. They say doubtful, but use that doubtful for Dallas usually means you don't play. So the other thing I had with them is I do agree with both you guys about.
That's the nasty head right there when he got hit in the back of the head, man.
I knew he was out. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, he'll be out a while.
I didn't even know, to be honest with you. I'm looking at the game. I'm wondering, like, wait a minute, where's Derek Lively? I don't see him on the bench. I saw when he went up and he got kneed in the groin, But I never saw this play right here until I Googled. I said, what happened?
It was a minute or two later, actually.
Man, I started watching a little bit more film of them, and Gobert, he's dirty.
Yep.
He's dirty.
He's a dirty player.
No, I'm talking about just, dirty. People who actually go out of their way to hit somebody. He goes out of his way. His hand will be going up like this to block a shot, and then he'll bring it back over to the right, hit somebody in the face.
Yeah.
He hit Kyrie in the face. He hit Luka in the face. He just hit him in the face, like, for no reason. It had nothing to do with it. He throws little elbows at people around their facial area.
Yeah.
So it's different. And then he knocked on that one play, he knocked who's the other center?
Who are you talking about? Gafford? Danny Gafford?
Gafford. He knocked Gafford in the air down. He pushed him. When he made that dunk, that was a push. He pushed the dude. I mean, that's flagrant. He was that was a dangerous play. He didn't get hurt, so they don't call a flagrant on him. But that was a flagrant play. It was no reason for him to do it. He pushed the dude in the chest while he's in the air. Man, he could have got hurt. He was lucky his feet hit first.
Let me ask you this question right quick.
He could have had a concussion to his head, back of his head. Hold
on for a second. Yeah. Let me ask this question right quick because I don't know if that's an official report or not as far as Derek Lively being out, but it brings
it's not official.
Okay, well, it brings me to the question of when they got in this dialogue about can NBA players jump from the NBA and go play NFL football, right? And we know that there's been a plethora of protocol as far as concussions in the NFL. And I'm looking at, don't get me wrong, it was a nasty knee to the back of the head. So far, I can understand him being woozy. But man, listen, this is the NBA Western Conference Final. They took you out. You get today off. I need you back out there tomorrow. That's really what I'm trying to say because I can't go with this dude, Josh Powell.
That was a perfect set.
I seen too many people up at Highland Hills take worse falls than that.
Debris.
So go ahead, T.
Check this out. That's a perfect segue. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday watching the game. I said, ooh, on that play, if you keep talking about basketball and football players, on that play, I would have got up, because I did. I had one like that. I got up and played that play. I was woozy walking back up. I'm man-to-man on this guy, right? I'm woozy. Lucky he ran a streak. I was still woozy running with it, right? And I'm seeing I got stars going on. I'm like, whoa. And then I got out of it and I played the rest of it. We had a guy in the playoffs, Corey Irvin. He can testify himself. His eyes was glazed. He playing corn on the outside left side. He playing the whole time and he was glazed. He was out.
Oh, I can do you
like
one better.
Football players, we used to doing that. See, we don't even think about not coming out. We play.
Listen. I can tell you one better than that. I returned punts in college. We playing at the University of Hawaii in Honolulu, and I'm talking about a guy. I mean, literally at the last minute, I'm trying to throw my hand up, but he figured, no, buddy, I got down here this far. I got to take some skin up off of you. DA, when I tell you, bro, I'm talking about, man, all I remember was the ball hit the tip of my fingers, and the dude ran, I'm talking about through me. And all I remember was laying on the ground, and I had the worst pain of back, like I had whiplash. And I remember the trainers running out, and they was trying to, keep me still and all this. And now I'm getting my senses back. But I'm talking about, I'm woozy. Right. And I'm hitting my hand on the ground like this here because I'm pissed off of what had just happened. Look here, man. When I got up off the ground and picked my helmet up, my ear pads came. That's how hard to do it. My ear pads came out the helmet, man. I kid you not, man. I kid you not.
Man, when I saw that play, I knew that dude was not coming back in that game. Mm-hmm. And I knew he was going to be out a few days. At least I said he's going to be out at least 3 or 4 days. Man, that hit is, think about it, man. He's got no helmet on. And somebody's knee to the back of your head without a helmet with full force, because Cat didn't see him. It's different if you see somebody and you hit him, you maybe you brace yourself a little bit, or you try to, not hit him as hard. But that knee came from nowhere. And when he went down, I said, man, that dude is not about to get up. He ain't coming back in this game, and he probably won't play the next game.
I get it, but I'm going to say this.
No helmet, man.
It's a test of will. Let me tell you, it's a test of will. No, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you from first
I'm talking about the
experience.
brains. The
I could
brains.
have. Hold on for a second. The back of my head hit the turf. Now, you know,
you
up until that point. Wait a minute. Up until that point, you couldn't have probably never told me what it was like to ever have a concussion. I thought that was just, man, come on, really? Like I remember when my classmate Van running track, pulled his hamstring. And I thought they were down in the Texas relay. And I remember messing with him about, oh man, you ain't hurt. Go on, talking about you pulled your hamstring until you pull your hamstring. And it happened to me. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I'll never forget when the coach looked at me and said a couple of words, hey man, we need you out there. And I felt like I didn't want to let my teammates down. So I came back on the field. And the rest was history. We went on to win the game. All I wanted to do, DA, was get my lick back. Yeah. It was a test of will, man. I'm talking about, I want real truth T. I wanted to get my lick back, man. I was so mad when I thought about what happened. I said, man, this dude, it's like somebody sneak you. This dude hit me with a cheap shot. I want to get my lick back. Now, I don't know what Derek Lively's, what he's cut from. Again, that's just silence all the talk about NFL and basketball players. But go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, his injury is not head injury. His injury is neck injury. He has a stiff neck. The report is he got a stiff neck, meaning that in an injury, his neck is hurt, and he may have a stiff neck where he can't move
a little strain. I get it.
Yeah, so he may need a treatment so he can actually move his neck, have a full range.
That's worse. That's worse because you ain't got a skull on your neck. That's even worse.
Yeah, neck. I mean, I get it when you wake up, slept wrong.
And that was hard. That was a hard hit.
I still need you back out there.
Yeah, that's the only reason. But, me and you probably would play. But it's basketball. Basketball needs to rest. Football players need to play.
What you saying, DA?
Football players get a week off anyway. Y'all go out there. It's gonna be a week for you.
Not if you play
no, we're gonna play the next play. I said next play. I said 2-3 days later.
But I'm saying, what if this happens on a Sunday? What if this happened on a Sunday and you got to turn around and play that Thursday?
I don't liken the two, man. If he ain't got no helmet on, no pads, then I can't compare him. I just can't.
It's just too.
Yeah,
I get it.
Concussion is a concussion, though. It won't matter whether you have a helmet on or not. His neck injury.
I'll be damned if it don't matter.
Concussion would be a concussion, regardless. That's a shaking of the brain, regardless. No matter helmet or not a helmet. The difference would be the neck injury. That's what difference with no helmet.
So Tim,
got a neck strain. I mean, I can see him having a neck strain. I mean,
so y'all trying to tell me if I hit y'all in the head with a bat and you got a helmet on and then you ain't got a helmet on, it's the same?
No, I'm talking about the effect.
Hold on. It's a difference between a bat and a knee. And all I'm saying is everybody pain
and a head and a helmet.
But I'm saying now, I agree with this. If they had to play a back-to-back, if they was on a back-to-back night or whatever, I would say, no, he can't. But I'm thinking like, okay, you had the chance to rest today. I'm just hopeful. I don't know. We want to, his health is everything first and foremost. Let me just say that. But if you were back-to-back, I wouldn't say do it. But since he had today off, I'm quite sure he had to get some massages last night, whatever he had to do to get treatment.
I wouldn't risk it. I'd let him rest, man. I don't think they don't need him to be.
I need to shut the door. I'm not.
And the Dallas got so many dogs. They can play. They can beat them boys at home.
I'm not trusting Josh Powell. He makes me nervous. Now, if you tell me, well, maybe now this, you know how I feel about Max Cleveland. But
I'm about to tell you something. I'm about to say Cleveland's gonna be there. Cleveland's gonna play. Your favorite guy gonna be playing.
Hey man, don't do that. Don't y'all do that. I just don't have no confidence.
Your favorite player's playing.
I don't have any confidence in Josh Powell. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just I don't have no. Let me go to the chat right quick, man. Let me see.
They can beat him without Lively, man.
Hold on for a second. Big shout out to my boy Cedric McKeever, who hit us up. He said, "You always want to get your lick back." He know you right, said. You know I want to get my lick back, man.
I always do like that.
I'm not gonna stay down, man. I'm not gonna stay down. So big shout out to my boy Said, man. For those of y'all that still coming on, man, this is the replay. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button for us, man. We still growing the channel. We appreciate you so much. But yeah, DA, I'm not saying that you're wrong in your assessment. I'm just simply saying this is Western Conference Final. I don't have no trust in Josh Powell.
It's game 7, I get it.
Man.
Game 7, I get it, but it's 3-0. Like, let the man rest one game. They can beat him without him.
Yeah, and your favorite guy's gonna be playing because he's questionable. He's on the injury report now. It's questionable. That's Cleveland. So your favorite guy, and
he's gonna play.
A good old Dallas site guy, named Chris Arnold, actually reported. He says when when they say doubtful, that means they're not going to play. When they say questionable, more than likely they will play. Yep. So he said Cleveland's going to play, and he said Lively more than likely is not going to play because he's doubtful.
Who's saying this now?
Chris Arnold.
Chris Arnold.
Yeah.
Well, I got Chris Arnold's number in my phone, man. Let me give him a call right quick.
Give him a call.
Hey, Chris. Hey, look here, man. Let me tell you something. I heard everything Chris got to say, man, and I appreciate the information. All I know is if I'm his teammate, if I'm Derek Lively's teammate, I got to go knock at the young boy door, man. Say, man, we need you, man. Because listen, we ain't Jesus Christ, and we sure don't need for him to be Lazarus. You understand what I'm saying? If the man is dead, let him. If the man is dead, let him stay dead. If the wolves are dead, let them stay dead. I don't need giving them no hope, man. Now, DA seem to think that. So you know what? I'm sitting back. Let me fix one.
You should be saying what I'm saying.
I'm sitting back here. You know what? DA, I'm trying to see if you double spying right now.
No,
you know,
man, they don't need him.
But I think he won't deal with the Nuggets to come out of.
No, I do not. I predicted a sweep.
He said the Denver Nuggets was going to beat the Dallas Mavericks.
One game, and they lost that game, and I said sweep.
So you think they can still beat them on tomorrow without Derek Lively?
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know how. I listen.
I do.
I was nervous. Hey,
no
man, y'all shout out in the comment. Come on, Sarah, help me out, man. Y'all help me out, man. If y'all think the Dallas Mavericks can win tomorrow without Derek Lively, just shout it out, man. I'm just a little nervous. I know DA got full confidence. So do I. But I'm telling you, man.
Tim sitting right there. Ask him what he think.
I already told him. He already know. That's why he want to come to me. You already know what I think.
Oh, I come to Tim. Well, Tim, what you think? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Dallas going to win tomorrow. And I think they can win without Derek Lively.
Yeah. So y'all cool with that?
But I'm going to tell you, they really need Derek Lively. Hold on. They need Derek Lively because Derek Lively is, you know, he just brings something special to him with his length and everything. So, and his rebounding looks nasty. That energy he got, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they can win without him. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a fight without him.
No,
but they can win without him.
Listen. We understand. Hold on for a second. We understand that the Dallas Mavericks, you know, he was out for a little while when he had the mask on his face. So we know they can win without him. In fact, he didn't play the last maybe 10 to 12 games of the regular season. So we know that they can win without him. I'm just simply saying, you know, I don't know how that, because we had Maxi Lever also, though. We had Max Lever was playing. So I don't know how that second unit going to look. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to give these guys no life, man. None. That's all. That's why I'm saying, listen, Derek Lively, whatever you're doing, man, get your treatment, get you some massages, go see a masseuse, whatever you got to do. But I need you back in that second unit, man, because Josh Powell ain't it, man. Josh Powell ain't it. Let me give a shout out to my boy Curtis Blow, man. Like, what is it, Curtis? What it do, man? He say, yeah, they can win without him. Okay. If Curtis Blow say they can win without him, man, they can win without him. I'm just a little nervous, y'all. I want to go ahead and see. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm a big man. See, I might root for the Dallas. I told y'all this.
You ain't really no fan like you say if you nervous about Lively being out.
Now, listen to me now. Y'all know who's DA. We was at the house. My boy DA late. He set it out for us. Did he not, Tim? Had the wings and everything, man. I mean, we watching in the nice movie room.
And you got a hole in my carpet over there right now.
Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Y'all seen it firsthand. I might root for the Dallas Mavericks harder than I root for the Dallas Cowboys. Real talk. You know what I mean? And the Mavs just my mob, man. You know, they just my mob since 1980, man. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So I'm going to stay down with the Dallas Mavericks 10 toes down, straight up. But the mere fact that we got Josh Powell coming off the bench who brings nothing to the table, man. Nothing. I'm just nervous, DA.
Let me say this one thing, Jabril, then you can do whatever after this. Look how many players Minnesota brings in that offer nothing. Look how many starters they have that offer nothing. Why would you be nervous because Lively can't play? Look how many Minnesota got 5 players that come in and don't offer nothing. So I don't think it's a big deal.
All right, man. All right, well, we shall see. What I'll do is you know, I'm gonna take y'all word for it, man. I know we got a segue, man, to get on to the next one right quick, man. But I see it. You know, I don't want to be tested right now because we're so close. You know, I want to keep pace with Boston, man. Boston more than likely to probably sweep end of the night. I want us to get that same opportunity. Let us sweep. Everybody get 2 weeks off. Let's rest, and then let's get at it because we got to go on the road and snatch and steal that first game up in Boston, man. So anyway, guys, we got to segue right quick, man. Let's get over to these Celtics, man. As I just stated, the Celtics, they know they stole game 3 also, and they trying to sweep the Indiana Pacers, which I think they're going to do. So, DA, give me your assessment of that game right there.
Yep. After the game 1 debacle, and then game 3, Indy let another one slip through their hands. I mean, the Boston is always going to give you a game or two. They tried to hand it to them. They didn't want it. They didn't take it. And the result of that, it will be a sweep tonight. Like Indy is up like 10 points, almost halftime. No, that's another game. Indy is up 3 points, and Boston is going to go on a run and put them out of their miseries in the next 10 minutes. So I think it'll be a sweep. If not, that's good for Dallas. They don't sweep. Dallas go sweep tomorrow. That's a couple more days of rest, Luka can get, or Kyrie or Lively. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. What you got on that? We're talking about these Celtics, man. They stole that game 3. Are they going to sweep tonight, TJ? What you got? Unmute your mic, T. Unmute your mic. Okay, I'll let you work on that. But go ahead, DA.
Yeah, I'm thinking they had 2 opportunities, and they don't have Halliburton. Some of the other guys are stepping up. That's one thing I like about the NBA. You get to see who else can really play when a starter or 2 is out. Like a lot of times we think because guys average 6 points, they can't really play. But that's their role on certain teams. But then when you see a starter or 2 injured or go out, you get to see a lot of these dudes can actually play, like that other guard, I forget his name, with the Braves for Indy. He dropped 30 something the other day, and it's like, man, I didn't know he had that in him. But he's not the star, so he's not allowed to show you his talents like he is when the star is out. But that's what I like about the NBA, that the guys that come in when somebody's out really show you why they in the league.
You talking about Nimrod?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah. He it's funny. That's what people forget sometimes. You like talking about professionals. And people forget these backups are actually professionals. And some of them have some background of doing special things. We just don't always know it because we haven't got a chance to see him play.
Yeah.
And when you get a chance to see him play, you're like, whoa, where'd he come from? Just like seeing Bronson play. A lot of people, he got drafted in the second round, and they were like, whoa, okay, he controls the game really well. He runs the thing, but people would look at his speed, thinking that he didn't have no special athletic,
that's
like
Jabril's
jumping and all that kind of stuff, and they kind of wrote him out, right?
The other boy, Jabril's other boy.
Yeah, so that's what's training for. Like next year, Omar's gonna be playing for the Mavericks. He didn't even play him harder this year. He played in the G League. That's the Omar Prophet, the one they drafted this year, the second pick they got.
Oh, the one they drafted after they drafted.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing next year. He's 6'7". He's 6'7", 6'8", and got good. His talent is real well. When I saw him play, man, he can shoot the 3. He actually can drive. He plays really good defense. He just got to learn the game, though. He got to learn where to be in position and learn all those little nuances, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to get better as time goes.
Yeah. Right. Well, check this out. Let me ask y'all this question right quick, man. Because I'm simply asking, I was researching this, and if I think I'm right about when I say this, because I didn't see anything come up after I researched it. But for the first time, if Boston were to win tonight and Dallas were to win tomorrow, for the first time, you will have Eastern Conference Final team being swept as well as in the Western Conference Final, right? That's never happened in NBA history. So my simple question is, and I didn't play this, but let me play this right quick because I like what Kyrie and Luka had to say referencing these sweeps. They talking about these sweeps, and this is the mindset you got to have.
The maturity, and it's been unbelievable to have him on our team. Just learning from him every day, positive energy always. So just a blessing having him on our team.
Well, that was just him just talking about Kyrie and what Kyrie brings to the table. But let me see if I can.
Absolutely nothing right now. That's not even something I'm thinking about. Going into Game 4 is still 0-0. And that's the type of motivation and mentality we have in that locker room. It's not just me. We feel like the job isn't finished. That last possession, I told him I'm tired. And he told me that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's just he brought that calmness to our team, to me, the maturity, and it's been unbelievable to have him on our.
Okay, so when I'm talking about the sweeps, right? Because this has never happened before. This is one of the reasons why I think, when you have a leader like a Kyrie and focus like a Kyrie, and the way, he's at peace with a lot of things, this is one of the things that reasons why I say I think they will be able to win. I'm just not trusting. That's a whole other story again, Josh Powell. But guys, as it relates to Boston and Indy, I like that analogy because if Indy is able to pull this off, that does give us one game if we take care of business tomorrow.
It'll give you a couple more days.
The only difference is, if they were to win, they still got to they go back to Boston. Whereas if we lost tomorrow, we got to go to Minnesota. So we don't get a chance to play that game on our home floor. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got to put these guys out of the
they won't either. It would be the same. They go, oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it. You're right.
Yeah, they at least Boston get that, that game on their home floor. So you don't want to play with fire, man. That's all I'm just basically saying on that.
Yeah, you're right.
But I do think the Celtics, like you say, they have enough probably because they could be up 2-1. We all know that the Celtics could be up 2-1. But they're talking about the timeout that Rick Carlisle didn't make, or one of the timeouts that he did make. So they could be up. But, as they say, man, that's the way the ball bounces. That's the way the ball bounces. But, guys, I know we got a segue. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say on that last comment on that?
I want to say this part right here real quick. Both the games, no matter when the teams win, the schedule for the NBA Finals is the same regardless. So
they went back to that 2-1-2 format. Yeah, he went back there. But I'm talking about
the date and time is still the same too.
No, he's saying it's the same date no matter what. It's just the fact that while if Dallas
2 weeks,
Dallas sweeps and they don't, Dallas is resting while they actually out there grinding. And if you lose one, you may lose two. So you got to watch that.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They'll have the same 2 weeks off, but anytime you can play just that one extra game because you don't know if somebody might get hurt. I don't want to wish that on nobody.
That's just wear and tear.
Like in Derek Lively case, you never know, somebody pull a hamstring or whatever.
Just anything.
So anything can happen just playing that one game. And we all know that Luka need that rest, man, to get that knee right. I mean, he's really whooping these guys with one knee. You know what I mean? So imagine if he was healthy, man. They probably. And I'm gonna tell you about that game last night. I'm telling you, bro. I was thinking. I say when I found out Derek Lively was out, I said PJ Washington got to step up. This is before he hit the big three. And then I even said with Luka and them, with the Dallas Mavericks, I said I really hope they win by 8 or 9 points because to me the Wolves hadn't really given them that much credit yet. And I'd be doggone if they didn't beat them, man, by that margin. So, but anyway, so we'll see what the Celtics going to do later on the night. But, guys, I got to segue out of that into this right here because I had a question. We didn't get a chance to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but we're going to talk about it now. Give me just a second because I got to bring something up because this was funny to me as I went back and saw this, and I'm thinking to myself, come on, man, you got to be kidding me. Why don't this cat just be quiet, man, and just go on? Let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm trying to hold on. Y'all give me just a second, man. I said, why this guy just won't be quiet and just grind, man? This
what was he talking about?
The one the dumbest.
Try to guess.
you gonna know what it is, man. You know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to do, man. But let me go.
I was trying to match your shirt with your drink.
Well, I'm asking this question.
Can you match that? You match that too while you matching stuff.
Hey, don't do that while I blow on here, man. We don't want to do that while I blow on here. We ain't trying to talk about them San Francisco 49ers.
You got that Nebraska. You got that Nebraska red back there matching it.
Yeah, but anyway, man, I got to put this scroll this across the banner here. We're talking about Dak. Dak said, you probably figured that out. Now I got to say it because we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but we're talking about it now, man.
I didn't hear about it till today.
Wow, this is crazy, man. So Dak made this asinine, what I call asinine, foolish statement, man, when he said this. Let me see if I can bring it up.
For money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, we give it up just to play this game. So business is business. I'll leave it where it gets handled. Right now it's about being my best for this team right now in this moment. OTA is helping these guys out and just focused on that. So I allow that to the business people to say what it's worth, what they're supposed to give a quarterback of my play, person of my play, leader of my play, I guess you can say. And for me, it's about, as I said, control. I can control and handle that part, and the rest will take care of itself.
Okay, Tim, let me come to you first on this. Dak said he don't play for money. Well, I won't know what the hell he play for then. If he ain't playing for money, if he ain't playing for money, I won't know what is he playing for and why are they sitting there negotiating a contract then. But you may not play for money, but you know what, D? I just thought about it. Maybe that's it, DA. He probably don't play for money. He may not play for money, but he playing for something. And that may just be it. Maybe they need to pay him then since he ain't paying for money. He ain't playing for money now. So if maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he can't. I'm just TJ. Come on, help me out, man.
Help him out, TJ.
Well, you know it's a total play on words, by the way. So it's really just a play on words. He's saying all the things. He actually didn't say those words, but the media put that out there. He said he don't play for money. He said he let his business.
I didn't hear him say he don't play for money.
Whoa. Let's play
I play for money.
I didn't hear him say that.
Never cared for it, to be honest with you.
Okay, let me go ahead and take that down now. Now finish saying what you were saying, because he incriminated himself on the witness stand. He said he don't play for money, but I do agree with you saying he just playing. It's a play on words, but finish.
Okay, that's what he said the first sentence. I didn't hear it in the first time we read it.
Okay, that's why I had to replay it.
But if he said that, then that's a play on words, because we always play for money. But the game is the game that we love. So we play for the joy of the game, and we work hard for the joy of the game. But we definitely play for money. That's a misnomer. There ain't no thing. You know, you play for your family, you play for the wealth of your family, you're trying to build generational wealth, you playing this game, you want to enjoy this, you playing for money. That's a given. So, but he let his people handle his business side of it, of course. But if they come back in with the wrong amount of money, he ain't playing.
Right.
He can sit out. You already seen it. He ain't playing if they ain't giving him the right money. He's playing for money.
Well, let me go over here in the chat right quick, man, because my man said, I'm gonna put it up there. He said he don't play for wins either. He said he don't play for wins either.
He don't play for playoff wins.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because that's not true. He won 12 games 3 years in a row.
He's a regular season stud.
Yeah, he's been the top. He about to been the top winner in the last years. He's been in his career, probably 1 or 2 for his wins in his career during the time he's been playing. So it wouldn't be wins, be playoffs though. Playoffs? We talking about playoffs?
Yeah, let me ask DA, what you think he played for, DA?
Man, I don't know. I don't know what he played for. I think he plays. I think he loves the game. I think he never thought, or maybe he dreamt back in the day being a starter for the Dallas Cowboys. But you know, he went 3rd round. Probably wasn't expecting to be thrust in the limelight. 4th round. That's even worse. Yeah. He probably wasn't expected to be thrust into the starting position the first year. I mean, they drafted him. You know, I'm sure that was a bit of a surprise. He probably thought he had to wait a year or 2 behind Romo. So, you know, he got thrown in the skillet. He should accept anything if he ain't playing for money, or if it doesn't matter. He should tell his agent, hey man, accept what they offer so we can get this behind us, because I don't play for money. It don't matter to me. It never has. Accept whatever they shoot over here so we can put this behind us and let's go. Or if he don't play,
we get more players.
Or he can say, yeah, defer some of that money so he can pay.
That's right. That's right, DA. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I say when he said that, we understand the ploy, we understand the cat and mouse game. You know, he trying to say, and maybe it didn't come out the way he meant for it to come out, because he's saying as far as in the purity of the game, I never played the game for money. We get that part of it, but it's a business now. And if you truly believe that statement, then don't have your agent go in there and negotiate. It's as simple as that. Leave some money on the table, because first and foremost, I wouldn't give you $60 million. When they was arguing about, and I was arguing with a few of my friends, man, earlier talking about at the time when he wanted $35 million. And I'm saying, man, we've never been to the NFC Championship. Russell Wilson had 2 Super Bowl appearances and won one of them. Should have had 2. And he was making $35 million. I'm saying this dude is not no $60 million quarterback. No way, no how, man.
It's just not done like that anymore, though, Jabril. It's like once that market gets set,
I understand.
The agent is going to say, look what you gave Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You know, like he ain't done nothing ever.
Yeah. And I indict every last one of them.
About the same, and Dak is a better quarterback, so Dak got to get his. It's just a game that I don't know what I don't know what the end game is.
But they cut the running back position. You see what I'm saying? To where they just want to cut their money way down to the point to where they don't even want them taking care of their families. And you know what people are saying now? People are going to have their children, man, going over to playing the defensive side of the ball or wide receiver, something like that. They don't even want them playing running back anymore.
But they did pay more than expected this past offseason. Derrick Henry and the boy who went from the Giants to the
Saquon Barkley went to the Eagles.
Barkley. They got more than I thought they would pay. So maybe
I don't think Derrick Henry got more than $4 million. Because they were saying the same deal that Baltimore. You know, Derrick went on the record. He said the Cowboys never called him. And they didn't give him, they gave him he really gave them a friendly deal. So I think it's incentive lated, but you know, they not breaking the bank the way I think maybe
I think he got $8 million.
$8 million?
Yeah, Saquon got about 10. What did Saquon get?
He got about 16.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, he got up there. They paid him. Philadelphia paid him.
Let me go here and do my and check my statistician over here, because I know it might be saying he got something to say. Oh, running back position is obsolete. Yeah, you're right about that, Sid. You're right about that.
Not anymore, it's not.
But I think
it's coming back.
Okay, if you say
I'm gonna tell you why it's coming back. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's coming back. Tim,
let me say
tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Let me finish, Tim.
Tim, you tell me if I'm wrong or right in my assessment.
What it is that actually I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Tim. I want to hear what DA got to say.
I want you to tell me what you think about. Tell me what you think about why I think the running back position is coming back. All the defenses have for the last few years are geared towards stopping the pass, and now I think the running game is slowly becoming relevant again. And am I looking at that right, or am not? I'm looking at that wrong.
Well, the rules still it has an advantage to the passing game, right? The rules still have that, but because of how people are set up to stop the pass, like Dallas was set up to stop the pass, and didn't have good linebackers with playing rushing lanes and stuff all the time, it allowed you to run against them, and they can win. You can't win a championship if you cannot stop the run. So that's what makes the run still important. What I think is the difference is that there are running backs are not too much different from another running back. See, it's so many running backs that playing almost the same. That's what makes them running backs not be worth as much as you used to, because you can just plug another guy. He's pretty close to another guy. He's pretty close. He may not be as special because, you know, the special running back, but Saquon Barkley still, with all his special gifts, is still not outrunning everybody else. And he's special. He has special gifts. He can cut. He can, do all kind of things, but he's still not outrunning everybody by a big difference. So, therefore, by these guys not, back in the day, you had a special running back, he blew all the average guys out. Now the average running back is pretty close to the top running back, except for a few. You got one of them in San Francisco. There's only a few of them actually that's standing way beyond everybody else. Everybody else pretty close to the same.
Well, I think Ezekiel Elliott, he got the biggest pick. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be another running back. I don't know exactly what Saquon Barkley's contract consists of, but I know Zeke was getting like $15 million a year at the time when Dallas signed him to that last contract before they released him a year ago or what have you. But I don't know anybody that's making over $10 million. I only think Josh Jacobs, he's still with the Raiders, right? I mean, he was up there to name a few. So,
I thought Jacobs left and went to the Green Bay. Let me see.
He went to Green Bay.
Let me check.
And I know Aaron Jones left and went to the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if anybody getting over 10 mil, man. That's all I'm saying. They still cutting them boys' livelihood.
Yeah, he's at Green Bay now.
Change position. It could come back, DA. I'm just saying. I hope that
4 years, $48 million.
The pay ain't coming back right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why the pay ain't coming back. What I just said, because the difference between the top running backs and the average running back is pretty close to the same. So they keep plugging in other guys. You can remember. Think about the backup last year. Pollard's backup was almost as effective as he was last year.
Yeah.
So if you think about it from that standpoint, what's the difference? That's why they let Pollard go. Backup played almost as good as him.
Well, I'm just glad the pay is coming up a little bit.
No doubt. Big shout out to Jeff Sports Podcast. Appreciate that, Jeff. He's saying that Jacobs went to the Packers now. So that's spot on. I'm just saying, I hope that they do, man, because everybody got to feed their families. That's the biggest thing. You going to get, it's not like your talent level or your skill set has diminished anything like that. It's just a judgment call on how they're calling the offense now, because they want to pack the bus in the seats and all that, and think that the running back position is, like Sid was saying earlier, is becoming obsolete, or it's not that important now. And I just disagree with that. I wish somebody come back with that old school mentality where they grinding it out, and you will see real soon how valuable the running back position still is. So, we'll see how that go. But fellas, let's go ahead and segue, man. You know what I got coming up? Y'all know what I got coming up. I got to get into this thing, man. Jabril's Q&A, man. Jabril's Q&A. I got a couple of things I got to talk about in this Jabril's Q&A. So y'all give me just a second while we bring this up, because we got to ask this question. I saw something on this new dating show. Well, I can't say dating show. Let me take that back. Dating podcast, okay? But we're going to talk about it in just a second on Jabril's Q&A. Okay, fellas, check this out, man. I was listening to this podcast that's being hosted by Joy Taylor, who's the sister of former NFL player. As a matter of fact, went to your alma mater, Jason Taylor. Then he went to Nebraska, right, Tim?
Who?
Jason Taylor. Didn't he go to Nebraska? Former defensive end for the Miami Dolphins, Jason Taylor. I think he went to Nebraska. You can Google search it, but I think, Jason Taylor. His sister Joy Taylor, her and Taylor.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, defensive end. Where they have a new podcast style. And I like the podcast. They had some interesting questions based from a woman's perspective. So one of the questions was simply this, man. She said, "Listen, with everything that's going on, just show them the damn money." She put it in some really more forceful words. But let's listen to what she said. We'll talk about it.
Moving forward with this. Hypotheticals have got us in a chokehold, and we must free ourselves. It's fun to argue about. It's fun to talk about what you would do in this scenario, or would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do. And I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't kicked because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this.
Okay, guys. DA, I got to come to you first on this, man, because I know how you feel about some of this, man. And I just gotta, get into it, man. Let's delve into this right quick, because she's talking about basically when you find a man, as you heard us say, brother, if he's fine, he's funny, and he got money, throw all your morals out the window. Mm-hmm. And all that you're talking about, that's pretty much what women are going to do. That's what we're seeing today. But DA, go ahead and speak on it.
I agree with her 1,000%. And I've been feeling that way for years. Like, you see social media women always talking about, the dudes in my inbox, good morning, queen. I hate when a guy send me, what you doing? I hate when the dudes, it's always, I hate when they say this. I hate when they say that. You only hate the dude that you ain't feeling. You only hate when he says it.
Right.
When you feeling can what you doing all day, and it won't be a problem. You skinning and grinning every time you read that message, and you telling him what you doing. You responding what you doing. If it's a guy that you feeling, like she said, if you go out on a date and it's like, hey, you like this, you feeling this brother. He's meeting all of your requirements. and he got money.
Right.
All that stuff you talk to your friends about on girls' night out, you throw that right out the window.
It's going out the window.
Going right out the window. You might not tell them for 2 months that you've been giving it up, but yeah, you can forget all that. That's just talk. That's social media chatter.
But TJ, let me segue over to you, my brother. Let me come to you, man, on this here, because we talked about this for a while. I mean, we've been on this journey for a while, man, trying to, get some of these women, man, to look at it this way, to look at the angles and all this stuff that you say you won't do. You wind up doing it anyway. You relegate yourself. But TJ, give me your take on this, man. She's talking about all of the stuff they talk about, man, when they show you the money. When she said, give me the effing money. That's really what she said. Give me the effing money. She said that. Why, Tim? Why do they do it, Tim? Must be the money.
All about them Benjamins, bro. All about them Benjamins, my brother. That's what I'm saying right there. All about them Benjamins. You know it is. It's so funny. She named 3 things, though. She named 3 things that actually women usually, because if it's funny to her, right? He's funny to her. He's handsome to her, and he got money. Yeah. They compromise a whole lot of stuff. They compromise all kind of things. And what she's really talking about in her circle, she's seen them all do it. What I remember talking to an actor, right? Well-known actor at that time, who said his greatest, what we call people who follow you, the women who your fans who want to speak with you, what we call them?
Gold diggers? Not gold diggers.
No, not gold diggers, but we just said it. His biggest people who love him are actresses. He was an actor, and Singer was saying, our biggest groupies. Our biggest groupies are actresses, right? This was the actors was saying. Our biggest groupies are actresses. They're more groupies than anybody else. So actors, because there's actors with more money than them doing the same thing they do, right?
Right.
And then the same thing with singers. You're talking about groups, but then group singers have everybody. That's the stupid thing about them. They get all other singers, like the male singers get all other singers as well and so on, or rappers the same way, right? If you look at it, look at all these rappers with rappers, right? The rapper women be with rapper guys. The singer go with, either a singer or a rapper and stuff like that. So the groupies are always more money. So if it's money, it's a Benjamin, hey, they do all kind of things. And then they get angry about it later on because that guy wasn't who they like. They didn't look at his morals, his values, and what his character was.
Right.
Because they didn't care about that. That's what she's saying. She said she's seen these people because she's in that circle. She's seen them compromise themselves and then complain about it later. So she's calling them out.
Basically, yeah, you're right about that. She is calling them out. But one thing keep like she said, keeping a buck, keeping it 100. At least he's saying what a lot of women don't say. Right. But really, they have these ulterior motives. You know what I mean? That's exactly what they really thinking. Just get to the money. Just show me the money. Because they had another situation where they was talking about who pick up the check. Guy asked you out, or maybe you asked the guy out. They said you got a 3-date minimum. On one of the shows, they said that the guy picked up the first 2 checks, realized on the 3rd date this ain't gonna work out. So the female, she pulled up a credit card out, right, and put it on the table, but she never lifted up. So the guy told her, he said, you never lifted your credit card up. He was expecting for her now to pay for the date. Well, she blew up and had a problem with that. Meanwhile, remember, he paid for the first 2 dates. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those deals now where you stuck in kind of like this dilemma to make you feel morally bad when you already had ulterior motives anyway. And here's an individual who already was trying to give you an opportunity to go ahead and go your way because this ain't gonna work out. But yet he's still a bum. He's still, some sorry dude that you met. That don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me at all.
I'm with 50 Cent. Oh, go ahead, DA. I'll say this later.
Go ahead, T.
I was gonna say I'm with 50 Cent. 50 Cent said, I went in theory-wise. 50 Cent said, if she asked me for a date, she's paying for the date. That's 50 Cent. All this money, he said if she asks out on the date, the first one that has to go on a date, she paying for the date. Yeah. Me personally, though, in theory, I said I'm with that. Me personally, I'm not going out with you. I don't really want to date you.
Well,
so
you know what?
I'm gonna pay for it. So really, I ain't gonna go. I don't waste my time. So I ain't gonna pay for it. If you ask out, I ain't paying for that. Or I'm gonna pay Dutch.
Okay, let me put you on pause. Let me put you on pause. Hold on, DA. Hold your thought, DA. I'm gonna come right back to you because I want to show another video right quick based on some of that you just said, TJ. So check this out, fellas.
It has never failed me. So true. I 1,000% agree with this. I would say, yeah, the caveat of like, we're not saying go like plan the dates and pick them up. Like, no one's saying all that. But where I 1,000% agree with Taylor is, and this kind of harkens back to our earlier conversation about there being no good men. If you sit back all the time and wait for men to come to you, the men that want to come to you are coming to you. That might not necessarily be the kind of man that you want. There are beauty standards that might be playing a role in this. There are societal standards. There might be access. There's certain men just don't have access to you. Like they feel intimidated because you are a powerful woman or whatever. There's all these different things that men create in their minds because women are intimidating and hard to talk to for some men. And that doesn't mean that they're not a good man or they're not confident. It's just maybe they just don't want to bother you. There's all these different things. So at the end of the day, just be open and you should be actually doing the choosing.
Okay. What they were simply talking about was, should women be asking men out on dates? Of course, Taylor Rook, she said, let me, because we missed that first part of it. This is exactly what she said.
Because, Joy, we have had this conversation many times. I'm a big proponent of shooting your shot. Shoot that shot, girl. Trust me, shoot it. Now, I don't know if I'm necessarily saying, oh, like you ask the man out, but I believe women should, more often than they do, let men know that they are interested, or let men know that they like them, or let men know they believe them to be attractive. Because what happens if you do not tell the men that you like them, your pool is the men that like you, as opposed to the men that you like. And there is so much more power in picking the men that you want to be with.
Not the other way around, basically what she was going to say. But DA, let me come to you on that right there. Because we're talking about the first time when George said, show me the effing money. You know, I ain't worrying about the high seats and all that. Show me now this is her talking about women should be open to asking men out to date. So what do you think about that, DA?
I don't think it's anything wrong with that. She made a good point because if you look at the amount of men bashing that's going on, as far as, girl, this so-and-so dude was in my inbox, or this clown was in my DM saying so-and-so, you know, you'll be out there blowing up the guy who's trying to get with you because he's not your type, you know, and you putting him on blast. But the brother who is interested in you is going to say, I ain't going in that DM. I ain't going in that inbox. I ain't telling her, you know, that I'm attracted to her. And she ain't about to, you know, put me on blast on social media for, you know, thousands and thousands of people to see. Nope. So what she's saying is actually true. And to take it one step further, everybody just needs to forget all of these rules that society has. It's like whatever you feel for you, it can't be what your friends think. Like, you ain't them. You got a whole different path. If it's somebody you like, let them know. If you don't have to always, you know, you got this. Is it 50-50? If it's not, so what? If your household is running 80-20 or 100-0 at the moment and y'all are happy, oh well. It's all about this. You ain't taking care of the. It's somebody for everybody. So people need to stop trying to conform and stop taking sides, and just be who you are. Whatever that is, just be who you are. Forget about people who you have your life to live. So stop worrying about what social media thinks and what social media says. If you want to marry a trash man because you feel like he's good for you and you're an accountant, you keep paying the bills and let him contribute, and y'all just have a happy life.
Yeah, I can. Let me get over to the chat right quick, man, because we still got people coming. Good evening to you, Sherry. I see you in the house. Yeah, let me catch you up, Sherry. We are simply talking about the podcast between George Taylor and Taylor Rook, and we're talking about how men, basically those men who women find, they check the list. Let me put it like that. They check everything off the list regarding they're funny, they look good, they got money. So some of the women, they just cast everything or jettison everything overboard, and they just go ahead and leave all their morals on the sideline and still pursue this individual. But then they had another conversation regarding should women be asking men out on dates. And I like what the sister Taylor Rook said. She stated that, yeah, because then you ask a guy out because now you're sorting through everybody looking at the guy whom you want, and not the other way around, having guys to ask you who they're not your type. So pretty much that's what she's saying. And we living in a time of 2024. If you don't feel like, if you're old school and still feel like the man should be the pursuer, then do what we used to do when we was younger. Back in junior high, son, we like the girl. We go tell one of our friends, hey man, go let her know I like her. You know what I'm saying? You can have someone to help facilitate that, when you out in these social gatherings or what have you. So I do I can concur with Taylor Rook, but I would also say, be sure. be definitely sure, because guys, we do judge it a little bit different than perhaps the way the woman approach it. But TJ, I'll come to you on that and let you finish up before we segue over to DA's Fast and Curious.
I think they need to be direct now because they've lost the nuance of actually romance, the ability to let somebody know inadvertently that you're attracted to them, right? Women have lost that skill. They don't have that skill anymore, right? They used to look over you. They know if you look over at them, they know how to look at you, smile. That right there lets a guy know, right? Now, because women play games so much now, men are like, okay, I got that signal, and you said that signal didn't mean anything. So guys are like, hey, well, you got to be more avert because I'm not walking over there with 4 women of y'all sitting over there, right? And y'all all laugh, and I'm coming over by myself and start speaking to you, unless most men, I'm talking about most men. Men, you can do it, Jabri, I know for sure. But most men can't walk over to 4 women and start having a conversation, and feel uncomfortable with the women, the way women laugh and then put stuff on social media nowadays, right? So who wants to go walk into that trap? Right. So most men going to sit up there and see if one of the women going to at least give them an eye, right? And plus, you don't know, they got their hands up on the table. You can't tell which one married. So you don't want to mess with the one that's married. You try not to, but hey, people do that. But still, we don't want to be a part of that situation. Women, yeah, go ahead and be direct because you guys have lost the nuance of actually letting men know in a very sweet and elegant manner. That's gone out the wayside. And the mother's not teaching them no more. They're not telling them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we are living a new day and time with the ratio being what it is. We always talk about that. I think women, if you're secure in your person, you're secure about yourself, your direction, your path in life, where you're going. Why not? Especially if you vetted the situation, you've observed the situation, and like I say, it'll never hurt. It'll never hurt if you have someone to go approach someone for you just to, see if the guy will have any interest, because you just never know. But you do have to be careful even in this day and time in the dating scene. But guys, we got a segue, man. We got a segue because we got my man DA's Fast and Furious coming up. So let's
have a warm up on this today.
I didn't hear you, DA.
Do I have a sweatsuit on today on my pick?
Now let's see what we got, baby. Here. All right, here we go. We got DA's Fast. I call it Fast and Curious, not Fast and Furious, but
right. Fast and Curious. Yeah, and
us, man.
Boston swept Indy, by the way, but let me get to the.
It's over. Okay, so we definitely got to win tomorrow.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I want Tim to go first today.
All right.
Luka or Kyrie?
Luka. I knew you were gonna say that. Luka.
I gotta go with Kyrie, man.
All day, Kyrie. You can have fat bouncy boy. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Pepsi all day. Pizza or burger?
Pizza.
Burger all day. Jason Kidd or Spoelstra?
Ooh, man, I'm about to get the slight edge to Spoelstra. Just a slight. Jason coming, man, but I got to give Spoelstra the slight edge.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. I go with Spoelstra. Trent Williams or Nate Newton?
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams or Nate Newton?
Trent Williams.
I don't know if that's fair right there because both of them play different positions.
Hey, man, can you
I'll take Trent. I'll take Trent. Trent Williams.
I got big Trent. Randy Moss or Larry Fitzgerald?
Oh, come
Randy
on.
Moss.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic?
Paper.
Plastic.
Plastic. Al Davis or Jerry Jones?
Oh, Jerry, man. JJ for me, man.
Jerry Jones.
Al Davis all day.
Oh, no. We got to debate that one day.
Jamaica or Cancun?
Jamaica.
Jamaica funk. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Fishing or hunting?
Fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing. Derek Lively, Al Horford.
Derek Lively.
Al Horford. Corvette, Ferrari.
Ferrari.
California Ferrari. And then be more specific.
I'll take a Ferrari. Temptations or the 5 Heartbeats?
Temptations.
Temptations.
Temps.
What y'all got in the chat? Who y'all want? Y'all check that out.
Holyfield or Lennox Lewis?
Holyfield.
Holyfield.
Different weight classes he's actually went through too.
Yeah, I think I like Holyfield. All right, we got a couple buy or sales right here, fellas. Buy or sell. Emmett would be an average running back without the line that he had. Emmitt Smith would have been an average running back.
Sell.
You buy that or sell it? I'm buying that all day.
Oh my goodness! Oh no!
That's
Stop
blasphemy.
I'm buying that all day.
They got San Francisco
See, when
all
you
over it, man. But go ahead.
Let me leave that one alone.
Come on with it.
Because I'm talking about when you watch the game and when you know running backs. I played running back most of my whole life. I studied running backs all the way from Jim Brown, going all the way through from the 5 Horsemen and stuff like that. I studied Crazy Leg Hurts and all that kind of stuff. I studied running back, Chuck Foreman, you know. And when you study running backs, you watch their movements, how they cut, and when they see light, and when they cut off a light. See, one of the things that people miss about Emmitt Smith, he cut and hit the hole so quick and hit the spot, and he actually ran through arm tackles and things like that. Really special. So, and he actually got from A to B really quick, and he didn't waste time and get caught in the backfield for losses. He didn't lose yards.
You done? Still buy it. The Niners would have 2 more Super Bowl rings if they kept Joe Montana. Buying or selling?
I'm gonna buy that.
I'm gonna sell that because your boy played better once he got there.
I'm gonna sell that because he was a little long in the tooth by the time Young took, and Young got 1, so I'm gonna sell that one.
You said one more. You said one more championship, right?
I said 2 more.
Oh, 2 more championships. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell that. Let me take that back. I sell it because the Cowboys was coming, man. We're gonna do nothing with Jimmy Johnson.
All right. If the rims were raised 11 feet, scoring would be 12 points lower per game, per team. Buying or selling that.
If it were raised how high?
To 11 feet.
Or more, less. Because you're talking about.
I think the points will remain the same.
I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna buy that. I think it would be lower because I think it would be lower.
I'm buying it.
A whole foot.
Oh no, that means I'm selling it then. I'm selling it.
Yeah.
I'm selling it.
The super team buying or selling. The super team era is over in the NBA.
In the NBA?
Yes. It's over.
Only because of the rules. It's because of the rules that make it real difficult to put a super team together right now. So it can possibly happen, but it ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it temporarily for right now. I'm just gonna buy it temporarily right now because I don't think what we see in development and stuff like that, these teams are not It's not what it used to be, in other words, because they're not going to college really. So you got to wait for them to develop and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
I think I'm gonna buy it because I think this playoff year has shown us that you can do it with role players. You don't need LeBron, you don't need Steph, you don't need all of these other guys with 2 and 3 Hall of Famers on each team. You don't need that anymore. Dallas is showing it, Boston is showing it. So you don't need super teams. CJ, last one, CJ Stroud will get a championship before Lamar. You buying or selling it?
Go ahead, Tim.
I'm selling that.
You selling it?
Okay. Get one first.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it because I like D'Amico Ryan, man. I like what they building, and in addition to the player that they added, man, I'm gonna buy that. I think CJ, if he can build on last year's performance and don't get the big head and stay humble and don't get the sophomore jinx, and they keep building, I think why not? Especially in the AFC. So yeah.
I think I gotta go with you, Jabril. I'm buying it because I think Lamar's chance. He had the perfect setup last season to do what he needed to do, and I think he missed that opportunity. So
you did say first, right? Because what I'm getting is the next 3 years, Lamar got a chance. I don't think CJ gonna win it in the next 3 years. He's not getting past those two teams, Kansas City and Baltimore, in the next 3 years. So I think Lamar has a better chance in the next 3 years. After that, I'm picking CJ. After 3 years.
Well, I buy that CJ will get one before Lamar. I think his window of opportunity is gone.
Okay, well, guys, that's been DA's Fast and Curious. We appreciate DA. Now we got to segue real quick, man. We got to give. This is not really the shout out. We just want to, but I am shouting it out in a way, man, because we lost a legend. The big redhead man today passed away at the age of 71 with cancer. We're talking about Bill Walton, man. So we want to definitely show Bill Walton, man.
In 1986. Beyond basketball, Walton was a truly unique individual. His love of the Grateful Dead was well known. His big smile and big personality, always a welcome addition to our ESPN family. Bill Walton was 71.
Now, guys, I don't know about you, but my first knowledge of Bill Walton was defeating my Philadelphia 76ers, because at the time we didn't have an NBA franchise in Dallas back in 1977 when he played with the Portland Trail Blazers, and I was so upset, man, because I was a big Dr. J fan, but the big redhead, man, he came through for them boys. I had some of the highlights, but I can't get to him now. But anyway, when I think about Bill Walton, I think about the red hair, how hippie he looked, and them damn knee pads he used to wear with the Boston Celtics, man. So, but he was a tough man. He won, I think, 2 NCAA championships and 2 NBA championships, one with Portland, as I said, and one with the Boston Celtics. So, DA, when you think about the big redhead man, what comes to mind?
Rest in peace, Bill Walton. He was dominant in college. I always thought he was goofy for my taste. No disrespect, but he was just that kind of goofy, jovial kind of dude. Always happy, always trying to make people happy. What I really didn't know until he passed was he was a civil rights advocate, and he was down with the cause, and he showed up for rallies against the machine, whether that was civil rights or the war in Vietnam or whatever. But he was sort of down with the cause. He wasn't ever above the people, so to speak. So I shout out Bill Russell, because I was a Celtics fan when he was on the bench, just cheering Larry Bird on when they won the championship. I think Larry Bird was there when they won.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think it was
that's the last I know. I didn't really get to see. I didn't really watch him play until he was a substitute for the Celtics.
Yeah, I think there was and I think he was somewhere over there in Woodstock. But go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he definitely was. He definitely was outspoken, and actually all the things you mentioned, DA. And it's a shame you didn't get a chance to see him when he was at his height, because when he was at his height, it was really a shame, because that's when he was challenging Abdul-Jabbar at that time. He was actually the second best center during that particular period when actually he was playing with Portland, and he had, people were looking forward to it, and he busted them knees. He busted them more than one time. He got busting them. So he lost all his jumping ability, and, he had a hook shot too. It's funny. Everybody think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar one had a hook. He called his a sky hook because he did his at a higher point than everybody else did. That's why he called it sky hook. But most of the guys that were centers had hooks. And so he had a hook, and he actually really played well, really good, moved really well, really, really agile for a big man. That's why they liked him during that time. A little goofy, but very agile for a big man during that time period. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's a shame to miss out on that. Yeah.
Well, big shout out to, like I say, to the redhead, man, Bill Walton, to his family, man. Our condolences at the replay go out to his family. And may he rest in peace, man. We all have that appointed day that we got to transition. But leaving on a good note, guys, we got to wrap it up. On a good note, man, or on a much more up note, we're going to talk about our hometown girl, man, Miss Sha'Carri Richardson, man, went out there and did her thing in the 100 meters. And she's getting ready, man, to get ready for these Olympics coming up in Paris 2024. This is
a lot of questions have been answered. Sha'Carri is ready for the Olympic trials, no doubt. But the Olympic champion, Elaine Thompson-Herah, really was adrift of this field. 100 this season for the world champion.
The race that she
women's
won.
100. And we keep an eye on the middle of the track, but it's Julian Alfred now with the lead. But here comes Sha'Carri Richardson, world champion, takes down the field at 3.
So big shout out, man. What y'all think, man? Are she gonna bring home the gold again? She won the world, and it's right around the corner. So what you think, Tim?
Oh yeah, I believe so. Carter girl, right here in Dallas, in the heart of Dallas, right there, right here.
Nitro, big shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah, definitely blessed, man. She gonna do her thing. Look forward to seeing her just show out and show up.
What you think, DA?
Yeah, she did whatever she's been doing. Since she placed third, fourth. Just keep doing whatever you're doing now. Keep the same people around you. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't start reading your own clippings. Just keep going. Just whatever you're doing now, keep doing it, and she'll get her a goal.
Absolutely, man. So big shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, man. We're rooting for her. Hope she bring home the gold this summer, man. I think she got out to a great start, winning the that 100 meters, man, in that particular field. And she's looking strong, looking good. That's all you can ask for. She go out there and do her best. So, guys, that's going to conclude another show here, man, with the replay where we try to make you guys' day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, and share button. As we said, we're on Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Tell a friend because we're still growing the channel, man. We can't do it without you guys. We want to appreciate y'all coming on. And like I said, I'm always saying, you hear me say this all the time, life is tough. But all we got to do is remember to keep God first. I want to thank everybody that came on. My boy Cedric McKeever, Curtis
Blow,
Curtis Peace, blessings. And those, and even my man Jacob from the Jeff Podcast.
Where's Peaches, man? Where's Peaches tonight?
You know what? We got to see where the queen at, man. I don't know, man. You got to give her a call. That's big sis, man. But shout out to Peaches, man, because she always in the house with us. But we're gonna root for these Dallas Mavericks on tomorrow, and hopefully we would have did the same thing that the Boston Celtics did tonight. We'll be back on Thursday, God willing. So until then, y'all have a good evening, blessed night, peace and love.
Peace and love.